welcome to the We Love Wrestling Spot. KB, we got Maddie from Top Rope Squishy. Today,
Hey, hey.
Oh, damn it. My bad.
uh, that's what we got today. I mean, we had him here before. He's talked about it. You're seeing his name pop up some more. Is he one of the IWTV's favorite? Because I mean, you're starting to see his face more. We have Grim with us today. How you doing, sir?
Chilling. Can't complain. And just to comment, I don't think I'm one of IWTV's favorites. Look, I tagged them in a whole bunch of stuff and they never like or share or like retweet any of my stuff. So I'm like, yep, I'm not one of the IWTV darlings yet.
He may not be a favorite, but y'all gonna have to keep playing him. Ooh. So you probably watching this, people, and y'all like, man, you done had Grim on there like 3-4 times. What's going on? Well, this past weekend, there was a show, Battle Club Pro, Jobber Slam, Above the Ring. And this guy right here put on a show that Maddie from Top Rope Squishy had to contact me and say, hey, yo, Grim was out here like, yo, Grim was yo. And I was like, you saw it live? Because Grim, this is the person where I told you that I was talking like at Mania, oh my God, he flipped out the ring and did this. And now that she saw this live, Maddie, go ahead. Grim's right there. Tell him what you was telling me. I'm just gonna be quiet.
I never seen such agility from a guy your size. Like, you a tall, big, strong dude. People do not understand the phenoms that we have in wrestling today, and it sucks when you have an amazing wrestler like yourself who is not like being noticed, like underrated. To me, you're like a hidden gem. So
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I really wish and hope that somebody takes notice, you know what I'm saying, and gives you the due you deserve. I just was shocked out of my mind. I jumped out my seat. The guy behind me, he moved his seat like 2 feet back because I don't know how many times I ran into his ass with my chair. And one of those times was when you flipped out the ring. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Like, Jesus.
Dude was like, come on, B.
It was great, yo. I loved it. I love that match. So much talent in there, but obviously I was looking out for Mr. Grimm, so I couldn't tell you much of what anybody else did.
Look, I appreciate it. Like I told you, when we met, I was like, just watch me. So like I made sure I, tried to show out for you a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, it was amazing.
So Graham, when you get out there, I mean, you say you show out at this show, but it seems like you got this chip on your shoulder right now. You're showing out everywhere. And like, I mean, let's not even lie about it. You're showing out everywhere right now. And this chip, I mean, the first time we talked to you, you had a chip on you. Second time we talked to you, chip got a little bit bigger. Third time we talked to you, it was at the Mania. Chip was like, okay, Grim out here boking. Now this chip you got on is kind of like how you picked up all 3 of them people in the match and slammed them. So, I mean, what's going on, man?
Well, I mean, I got like, some good news. So, I'm really, really excited about this. So,
good news is always good.
Like going like to comment on what you just said about, the right person, like seeing me. What was it? Last month, maybe a month or 2 ago. Mark Henry was actually at one of my matches. And he literally sat and it was him, Red Velvet, and was it Gunner? The dude Gunner, I think his name, maybe.
West Briscoe.
But they literally sat and watched the whole match. And after the match, Mark Henry came up to me and Timmy Lou Retton. Well, he wants to be called Tim now, so
Tim, okay.
Tim and he came up to us. He said
the infinite man, Tim.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he came up to us and he was like, he really liked the match. He was like, yeah, good shit. You know, I like it. Hit me up and A, B, C, D, and go from there. So
Yeah, do it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, everybody has to realize, granted, a lot of people have the same goals in it, but everybody's not going to be able to make that goal.
No.
Like, I mean, it's a possibility I won't, but if I don't, I have to make the best out of, what's handed to me. And,
Is coach
prime
is
example,
mhm.
I try to use, my mentor, Nala. Like, she's been in this business for years. And, it got to a point where it just, we were talking and it kind of didn't just look like it didn't like it wasn't really going to go anywhere. So she was just
Mhm.
going with the ride, and then she ended up getting opportunity in Japan. And her going to Japan is what led to her being signed with AEW because Kenny Omega was at one of the shows.
Yeah,
So it's
you're
like
right, because
you never know, like
you
what
never
can
know.
happen.
You never know. And you always bring your A game, which is amazing because no matter where you are, big crowd, small crowd, you always bring your A game. And that's what you need to do because, like you say, it will be that one show that person, the
Yeah,
right person's going to be like, oh, snap. I want this dude 100%. Um, you know, talking about, making it or not making it. And in my opinion, you kind of already made it, even though, you're not signed because you're just to me you're doing so well in the indies, you're so popular in the indies. A lot of people know about you. So is coaching something that you would do? Like, is that something
yeah.
that you looking forward to doing, or something that you would want to do, like mentorship, training, maybe younger wrestlers and stuff like that?
Like I've actually taken a couple of younger guys under my wing.
That's awesome.
Um, a lot of them didn't last because egos and see the way that I like coach or mentor people is the way that I would want to be, mentored. Like I don't sugarcoat shit. Like if you want to be baby, go to your mother. I'm not the one. I'm here to help you succeed and to not make the same mistakes that I made. And you're sitting up here getting mad because I say, your match was shit. Now, if your match was shit, hey, look, what can I do to make it better?
Right.
Because I've had plenty of shitty matches. But what hurt me the most is people watching my shitty match and telling me it was good. And that's what a lot of these indie guys do. When they're talking about somebody's match, they'll be like, yeah, man, that match was good. And like, it was shit. And me, I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't. Because if I sugarcoat, like, that means it's like, I don't want you to like succeed. Anybody
Right.
that's on my team and that I take under my wing, they're a reflection of me. And if I take you somewhere and you make me look bad, like no, no, fuck no.
No, I
I,
get
I'm
it.
I'm not down for that.
And you know what?
So
I
you
think
gonna get
that's necessary.
it is, but a lot of people can't take it. I mean, like I'm telling you, I had a couple of decent like they had a lot of potential. I took under my wing one guy. He's actually doing really good right now. He ended up getting in a group and he's like starting to gain a lot of traction on IWTV. But the thing is, he's been saying I haven't talked to him because I don't really fuck with him, but he's been telling like another guy that he's not happy, like he's not having fun. He was like he missed traveling with us, and
Uh-huh.
it's like because the same people like that he's hanging out with or traveling with and teaming with, they're calling him dumb and like
Oh,
just yeah, talking down to him. I mean, when I would say shit, it's like tough love.
no,
But
I hear
my thing is, I always made sure that the people that I brought with me they ate. you know, if we're going somewhere, granted, we might go somewhere and it's for like just the network. But just know I'm gonna try my hardest to get you on. And if you're not
Mhm.
on this time, you're gonna be on the next time. And
Yeah.
and like I like the people that I mentored, it wasn't just, matches. It was how to conduct yourself in a locker room, how to conduct yourself, on a road trip if you're taking a road trip with somebody else. how not to act the ass if you're out eat like in public.
Right.
These are things that I would try to help them with, and you know,
Are those things that you wish somebody would have told you when you got started? Like would have
yeah, I
their
really
opinion
I
on?
do. But once I got with Nala, she ironed that shit out.
Big ups to
So
Nyla, the
yeah,
beast, the
definitely.
native beast. I'm a fan.
But some people want it, some people don't. Some people want that,
Hmm.
they want things sugar coated. If you want to
Hmm.
sugarcoat it, don't come to me because I'm gonna keep this shit real because I'm gonna, want you to succeed.
Hey, and that's, I think, being honest is something that's hard to find in entertainment and in these types of careers, because at the end of the day, everybody's trying to get a piece of that pie. So, it's unfortunate, but thank God for
Yeah,
people like you. you know, I'm sure there's quite few like you that do want to help and do want to push other wrestlers to do their best. It doesn't have to be you being under my foot for me to get up. We can come up together. I like that mentality.
yeah.
That's
But
really
like
awesome.
what people they have to realize, there is, kind of like a parent, when you have a kid. Like, granted, I love you, I fuck with you and shit, but it needs to be that barrier. Like, you need to understand at the end of the day, no matter how cool we are, once we are doing business, like that's how it is. We're no longer friends right here, right now. This is
Hmm.
business. Like, I'm gonna treat you like a coworker. Like,
Hmm.
I'm your boss and you're my employee. Like, I'm not gonna treat you like shit, but like, I'm gonna expect you to do certain things that need to be done.
Right. Right. Some people don't want to do it.
This is
It's
why I
true.
No.
understand Grim. See, I understand him. People see he
Hmm.
thinks like me, like, yo, we could be cool, but when that money come into play and everything,
It's
nah.
business.
That's
Business
all
is
that.
business. I hear
Right. And
you.
it's crazy because a lot of people don't like me in this business. And I mean, I'm okay with it. Like, it's whatever.
Really?
But no, seriously.
Cause
Which
he's
is
Like,
an
a
so
lot of
asshole.
people.
nice.
He's an asshole.
Not to me, wasn't.
No, I mean, they don't
No.
like the fact that I'm not a person who I don't kiss ass. Like, I prefer not to hold my tongue.
Hmm.
I say what's on my mind. And I've done this shit by not having a notable or reputable school under my belt.
Look at that.
Maddie, who does
And
that
it's
sound
like,
like?
Like you?
That's why I fuck with Grim.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
But
I
like,
get
I'm
you.
just saying, like, I've been very blessed to be able to like surround myself around, certain people.
Hmm.
I can name like a couple of people who are mentors to me that are actually like signed. And it's like me just listening to them and, taking their words of encouragement and, their critique and then implementing it. That is what, has made me to like got me to where I am right now. And it's real cool being able to see like your mentors and the people that look out for you,
Hmm.
you know start off somewhere and then make it.
So
Like, prime example, go
yeah,
ahead.
no, go ahead. No, I want to hear. I want to hear. I want to hear what you want to say.
Well, now I was saying, like, prime example, like Anthony Henry, he's one of them. And it was at one point, when he was talking about like giving wrestling up, I was talking to him and he was just really not feeling it. And then like now look at him. And then, now I can mention it. I don't think JD Drake or Matt like care anymore. But because I think WWE hit both of them up. And like he had something going on and he ended up, you know, them not wanting him.
Oh.
So, he was down about that. And, I was talking to him and then the AEW thing comes and it's just like, I took a road trip with them and I learned so much. Like, our road trip started, it was in Rhode Island
Hmm.
for XWA. Then we went to Maine for Limitless. Then we went to Pittsburgh for was it Indie Wrestling Cartel or something like that. So it's like just being on the road with them. I got to pick their brain, and I learned so much. And from that moment, they've always been willing to help. like any questions that I had, they'd be willing to answer. Any critiques, on matches, they watch matches or watch like moves that I would send, and they would say, "Hey, look, this looks good, but why don't you try to do it like this to make it better?" So
Mm.
yeah, I try to surround myself with people who, are like minded.
Yeah, definitely. Because that's the only way to really, I think, get to where you need to be. Otherwise, you'll be held back. That's
Yeah.
why, yeah, you surround yourself with people that are like minded, that want the same or similar things that you do, and you all have the similar goals. So you push each other along the way, which is great. When did you get into wrestling? When you were a kid, as a teenager, as an adult?
You mean like wrestling in general?
Yeah, like when did you start liking it? I know Terry always asks this,
Why
but
do
I have a
you
Like
like
follow.
it?
I have
when I was young, I want to say either when I was like 2 or 3.
two or three, and you had like wrestlers you admired then. Are the wrestlers that you admired then, or looked up to, or liked, are they still the same today, or how has that changed, and
I'm
why?
gonna say his name and then I'm gonna let you answer your own question.
Okay,
When I was young, my favorite wrestler was Hulk Hogan.
me too. And that's changed. And that's changed because it changed for me 100%.
Yeah, but as I started getting older, and I started watching like more WCW and seeing like Chris Benoit, like Rey Mysterio, Juventud, and Dean Malenko.
Yeah,
Chris Benoit, he was like one of my favorite wrestlers.
me
It
too.
was just like this little dude just beating the shit out of people.
We used to
Like it
call him
was him.
toothless aggression.
But I'm just saying, like even back in WCW, like he was good, and like it was just
Yeah,
like wow,
yeah, he put on
like
some
him.
weight.
And what was weird about WCW, I always liked the sound of their ring. Like when somebody would get slammed on their ring, it made that little thundering sound. I was like, damn.
Question about rings, because Battle Club Pro is the first time I've seen a ring be built. Are all rings built like that with planks
For the most part.
for the most part? How does that feel? I really want to know, how much does it really hurt, because it sounds so painful.
Some
Seriously.
rings are better than others. Like I've wrestled on a ring that had the wood, and then they put like like them those little puzzle pieces that you put down on the floor for kids.
Yeah, they're like mats. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they had those under it, and then the canvas.
Oh, super padded.
No, 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 no.
No, other
Like
way around.
that
Oh,
shit
the
hurt
cover.
like a
Oh wait, they didn't have anything
like
else?
no. All right, no. So they had the wood, then like those little kind of the puzzle pieces that are about this big
Yeah.
that you put
They
down for kids or like daycares and stuff like
yeah, they
that.
come in
They
different
just
colors
put
and they interlock.
yeah, yeah, they put those down, and that's what we had to. Yeah, that shit hurt. And then like some rings, they have like boxing rings, and they have like this little beam in the middle of the ring, like under the ring. That
Oh
shit hurt.
shit. See, people don't
Yeah,
understand that you guys really do put your bodies through so much. So,
it's like
so
you're
much.
taking a mini car crash every time you bump.
Yes. And seeing it up close, that was the closest I've ever been. I think I was on the second row. Um, yo, you could see the ring, you could feel the vibration. So I was just like, every time somebody hit on their back, on their head, on the side, I was just like, there was a lot of that going on because everybody was woo. How did you pick up three people? I want to know. How do you
Cause
do
I'm
that?
strong as fuck.
You are strong as fuck. What is your biggest, like, what's the most you can lift? Because I think you had like 800 pounds on you.
I mean, honestly, I don't really count how much I can lift. Like, a lot of times when I do things, and I don't know if I was talking about this on this podcast or not, but a lot of times, like, I try not to practice certain things like that, but I try to do it in a match
Hmm.
because I don't want my body to experience not being able to do it and then, have in my mind say I can't do it.
Oh, so you like
So
challenge yourself during the matches.
yeah,
Woo.
and it's like, the very first time I tried that, I picked up the two people, like, but I couldn't get the third person that jumped in my hand. And I mean, I still had the two people and like, but it just turned into a crossbody and then we fell. But, from that moment on, I just told myself, like we gonna do this shit.
Yeah, well, that
But
was another
the
moment. Hmm.
so talking about that spot is funny because do you remember the spot where I got hit by Montana?
Yeah.
Okay, so I legit got rocked and like my legs gave out because when he went to swing,
Hmm.
so I didn't know that he throws his forearms and like just throws them and not like kind of grabs you and pulls you into it. So I moved into him thinking he was gonna like get the distance, and he just threw it. So it like I don't know where he hit me, but it sounded like I got like you ever got like hit in your ear and it just sounds like it's just that sound like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
Rocked.
after yeah, like I got rocked and like my legs gave out. So I'm laying on the ground like what the fuck is going on? And then like I'm trying to like prepare myself to get in position for this spot. And I'm like, yo, like I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this shit.
I couldn't tell that you were out of it at all.
Yeah, like nah, I was out. My legs like gave out.
Shit. I mean, there was
So
a point where you were like in the mat, like right where we were sitting. You were on the mat for a while, and I kept looking. I'm like, he okay? Like, is he okay? Because you guys can kayfabe it too really well and play off when you're not really injured or not really
I
hurting.
think that's the part we're talking about. Like that's where I
Yeah.
got
Okay.
rocked and I was just trying
Yeah.
to
You
get
were on the
myself
floor.
together mentally.
Yeah. I couldn't tell. I thought it was just
So
part of good playoff. I didn't even realize
yeah.
that. And then you came in and did that. So, and then you did the other thing where you jumped out the ring. You landed on your feet. I tell you.
He ain't never landed on his feet before.
Yeah, I have. In
Ah,
front of
brother,
Look, in front of Mark Henry, I dove and landed on my feet.
See,
he
there you
did.
go. That was a perfect landing.
He told me
Perfect.
on Twitter that he had never did it before. See, but he had to remember that Mark Henry video.
There you
Mhm.
go.
Look, hold on. It's not that I've never done it, it's that I rarely do it because it just the way that I dive, I try to make sure everybody's safe.
Hmm.
Now, if they catch me a certain way, I can roll off and land on my feet. But a lot of times, since I'm so big, I don't really have, and I've been dropped before
Oh, shoot.
or like not caught. So it's like I just try to make sure I give an easy target. So when I do it, I just jump, flip, and like give you my back. So all you have to do is just like either put your chest right there and fall back with me,
Hmm.
or catch me and fall.
Yeah, no, that
Because
was,
other people they be doing all that extra stuff, and I'm like, I'm too big for that shit. A lot of people don't know how to catch me.
yeah, and then you can get really seriously injured.
Like the one person that I thought that could catch me safely, because he was, asking people to feed him more. Like I got my leg fucked up off of that shit because I go to dive and instead of him feeding me his chest, he turns and tries to catch me like he's gonna cradle me like a baby. So bruh, my leg hit the floor and it made like a loud like slapping sound. I thought I broke my leg because I mean I couldn't feel anything and I was like, oh my gosh, my leg is broken. I did not want to look at my leg, but it was
Oh.
still there. So I was like.
It's still in one piece.
But I was kind of blown because like we were just getting to like like the go home where it was like me diving in on him. Then it was like I was gonna get like my comeback and then go to the finish. But like yeah,
So let me ask you. Let me ask you because your match, the four-way tag, was one of my top two favorite from Battle Club. Was this the first time that you and Aaron Ash have been tag partners?
yep.
How was that?
I mean
You
it
guys
was
split?
cool.
Okay.
like we were supposed to tag at CZW, and like they had this battle royal where
Mm-hmm.
like we were like kind of working together or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
are supposed to work together and like keep throwing people out, but people went into the business for themselves and kind of fucked that up. Then we even cut a promo, like setting it up,
Right.
and yeah, then I never got a message back, and he ends up being with Casey Navarro.
Oh
But
wow.
so
Whoa.
that kind of messed up that. But how it came about was Joe Kim was looking for a match for me, and he asked who I wanted to work, and I was like, I don't like know who's not on the show. Like it seemed like everybody else already had like a good match, and it was just like whatever. He's like, would you want to be in like a tag match? Like I'm like, all right, that's cool. He was like,
Yeah.
I was like, who was in the match? And he told me, and he was like the rep. So I was like, all right, cool. He was like, do you have a partner of mine? As soon as he said that, I thought about Aaron Ash because he's like another big dude who is
Mhm.
really good, but he just needs opportunity.
Yep.
So I chose him out of everybody that I could choose.
I love how you're always thinking about the underdogs. That's amazing. That's
I
really cool.
mean, I just believe in paying it forward. Like I know how hard it is to
Hmm.
not be given opportunity because people don't know what you can do.
Right. Listen, especially with the competition, it's a little tough out there. And I think, obviously people of color have it harder, unfortunately. So it's like a double
Yeah.
whammy. It's a double whammy. It's just, the talent that was at Battle Club Pro, people, you guys are missing out. That's all I have to say.
Look, I call that match the dark match.
Why?
What color was everybody in the match?
The whole show was almost dark though.
The whole show. There was only like a
Maybe three.
It was
handful.
only like one white person, like, and that was
Masha.
like Masha.
Yeah, because Empeño is Hispanic. I think the other light skinned dudes were Hispanic. Casey Navarro's Latino. So
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. And Masha fit
Masha,
right.
she's
Masha
been
she's
fit
trying to
right
have a
lasting
in.
match with
long.
me for a minute.
Who,
Who,
Masha?
Masha?
Yeah, Masha has, and I mean, I've been trying to,
Oh
like, I've
snap.
been,
Please make that
bruh,
happen.
I'm like low key, like, I'm not gonna lie, that's like one of my like wrestling crushes.
Woo!
Like,
The Russian dynamite.
I
because
Yes.
it
don't know
was
what that
funny, because
means.
like somebody had posted something that said it was like a tweet. It was like, I bet you won't tag your crush in this tweet. So I ended up tagging her, and then she ended up like replying back, and she was like, she was like, oh, that's so sweet. I appreciate that. And I'm like, oh, you know,
I would
but
love to see you versus Masha. I know you said you had like an issue like hitting women. I've heard you say that before. But if they get in the ring with you, that's it. All bets are off. So I would love.
yeah, I'm gonna give them the respect they deserve. Like they gonna catch these hands in this forum, but yeah,
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, she
like
was
I just don't
great
want to
too.
hurt them. No,
Yeah,
she is, and she has a lot of
um Pena
Go ahead.
kicked her ass. She took that shit. She took it.
Uh,
She took it, and she gave him back. I mean, his chest was purple in a corner. I saw it when he passed by. I was like, I could see her hand prints. I'm like, good for her. She got her hits in.
Look, all I know is I was in the bathroom and I heard him like screaming and shit, like while he was in the bathroom. He was like, "Ouch!" I'm like, I don't know what happened in the match, but apparently he was hurt. I don't know
she,
what happened.
she
She
fucked
fucked
him
him
up.
up.
She fucked him up. She fucked him up real good. Um,
Damn.
so this will be my final question. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um,
And I appreciate you.
thank you. If if you can look into the future, and I know you've probably been asked this before, but if you could look into the future 5, 10 years from now, obviously, being signed is one thing that you really want. But besides that, what is something that you hope for your future, whether it be for yourself, for your career, for your family? What is something that you hope to have accomplished or done or reached?
I mean, honestly, like just to, continue to be the dad that I am, to make sure that, my kids know that I'm here regardless of what goes on, that wrestling does not come before them.
That's
Like
beautiful.
I just, anything that goes on, like if you have anything, like all you have to do is call me and I'll be there. I'll make sure I'm right there. I don't ever want my kids to think that, that I don't love them and, that I'm gonna leave them hanging. So,
I
10 years from now, I just want to keep, being, giving my kids what I didn't have.
love it. Thank you, Mr. Grim, or Mr. Grim. That's what I'm gonna call you until you either debut your new character or change the name. Thank you
I
so
mean,
much.
hey, Mr. Grim, as long as it's with one M, I don't care.
1M. Y'all hear people?
One M.
1M. Were
I
people
don't
doing
want
that?
Mr. Grim. I don't
No.
want Grim. No, it's funny because people they'll tag my page that has one M, but like on the flyer it says two M's. Like like I just had like a Florida promotion do that. Like I was like, bro,
My next tweet is gonna have 2 M's on purpose. I'm joking. It's gonna
shit,
be
just put
intentionally.
25 M's. I mean,
Don't tell me.
hey, look, Trey,
Trey,
he look over it. He like, man, these motherfuckers over here.
Trey,
Nah, I'm good. I just been up
Trey been
for
up since
about
5.
for a while. But with me, we love wrestling here. And Maddie wanted the conversation to happen, and I was like, "Hey, we gonna make that happen. I don't mind sitting here listening to it. It's all good."
Thank you, Trey.
Nah, I appreciate it. Nah, I appreciate it.
I got to
Yeah.
ask about one thing though, Graham, because I've been seeing clips of it. We talked about Battle Club Pro, um, but bro, why are you out there arguing with referees at the basketball brawl, bro? What's going on, bro?
Okay, listen. So I'm glad you brought that up. So this was the thing. Like the referee, did you hold on? You actually watched it? You watched the whole thing?
No, I just saw some
Okay.
clips. I ain't watched the whole thing yet.
All right. So it was one referee. Like, let me start over. All the referees didn't understand basketball, didn't know the rules, and bruh, don't
Wait,
ask me.
what?
How the referees don't
Yes,
know the rules to that?
all they knew for the most part, they knew what a foul was. So, and the thing is, it was one referee. Like, I think, he was trying to make it a work. And every time, like, because we're the heel team and they're the faces. So we'll go down and, like, shoot, like, and get fouled. And he's looking right at it, won't call it. If we touch the heels, he's calling it. And it was like, it was blowing me because it got to a point where Corey Dillinger was legit hurt. He got smacked in the face and was laying on the floor, like, laying on the floor. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't see it." Like, and that's how we said it, like that, right? So we go over there, and like he goes over to check on him, and like I think he was bleeding or something, and I'm like, "Oh, so you didn't see that shit, right?" So I told him, I'm like, "Bruh," I was like, "Bruh, you think it's a game, but I'm about to go longest yard on you. I'm going to throw the fucking ball at you every time I get possession. I'm going to beam it at your head every single time if you don't call this game fair." We didn't have no more issues out of him after that.
I bet.
Because I mean, the thing is, like Nick Shin, he was there, and like he was like trying to like calm me down, but he knew I wasn't playing. I was literally about to take that ball and throw it at him every single play as hard as I could. Because it's a like at the end of
Poor
the day,
Trey.
we all got families, and
Yes,
our health is priority. Now,
absolutely.
the reason that rules are implemented in basketball is to prevent stuff like this. But when you're letting it go, one way and not letting it like letting us get messed up, but the faces are like you're calling fouls on us with them. Like that's not fair. And then when one of our teammates is like legit hurt on the ground, you're like, oh, I didn't see it. Like, and he said it just like that, and that's what pissed me off. Like, I was literally about to fuck him up, bro. Like, I don't like.
What was this? A basket? This was a basketball game from our
It was
Basketball.
a
school.
charity basketball game, and they did raise like $10,000+,
Oh, nice.
and which was really good. But
Yes.
you know,
Now I gotta look this
I
up.
look, I'm gonna have to put myself over on it. I scored the first points in the last 5 points that gave us the win. So
There we go.
look, I also almost caused us to go into overtime. I will put that
Oh,
over too.
oh no. Would you have been ready
Yeah,
for that? Overtime.
I'm gonna be honest. Like from I think the end of the third quarter to the fourth quarter, I was in like the whole game. Like they had me in and didn't take me out because like I was making plays. Like I was kind of like the heart of the team at them, like because nobody else had the energy that I did. And on one play that I got fouled and they didn't call it, my calf started like cramping up. So I'm like, oh shit. So look, the thing is, it's like we're trying to hold the ball like the last couple of minutes of the game, like trying not to like let them come back. But like they end up coming back from like it was like 38. It was like hold on, was it 39 to like 48 or something like that? And they end up coming all the way back. And it was like 4 seconds left. And some bullshit happened. They stole the ball and then end up like shooting it. And instead of me just letting them like shoot it and make it because it was only 2 points, my dumbass fouled them. So Vertigo,
Play. Three
yo,
play.
he
The ball
made
went
it.
in and he had one shot.
Yeah. So Matt Vertigo was at the line shooting. And I'm like, please don't make this shit. I do not want to go to overtime. I want to go home.
Because you
And
fouled
yeah, and it was dumb, but it was just like the
him. He missed it.
referees, like yeah, he missed it. And I was like, thank you.
It's over. I have to look this up, y'all. I'm gonna have to find this and watch
I
this.
think
It's
it's
on
on
IWTV.
Okay.
IWTV.
Yeah, I gotta write. I'm gonna write this down.
If you don't have it, we'll talk after Maddie. Um,
Okay, cool.
yeah, they got free 5-day codes and they all got other ways. Yeah, but
Yeah, we don't talk
Grill,
about that.
yeah, I just saw that basketball. I saw like 5 or 6 clips, and it was just tripping me out because every clip I saw, I saw one where the ref was you was on the ref head, and I was like, oh, that's probably what Graham was just talking about. But then I saw one where you was holding the back of somebody's jersey, and you was like, damn, they're just gonna record me just cheating like that. Like, what's really going on out here? So I had to go. I tried to watch a little bit of it, while I was working. I was like, okay, I'll watch this whole thing, but it's money in that right there. I like what they doing.
Mhm.
Um, Grant, well, it's about that time because we here. We gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
Put
Where he at?
yourself over.
Dang, Maddie, you gonna call it out before I can even say it? You know,
Dang.
what I mean? Dang. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get that
I
ready
was like
for him.
talking to myself.
All right, but nah, I can't use that. You please don't hit my video. I ain't do nothing. I tried to get y'all props the other week. Y'all still gave me a cop. Never mind. But Graham, this is the part where you let the people know your social media how they can get a shirt like the shirt Maddie got on. Anything you got coming up, we just want you to put yourself over.
All right, so the shirt that Maddie has on, you can go to luchaware.art and go to luchadors, put in Mr. Grimm. You can get that shirt right there.
Link
I
in the
would say
bio.
it's probably like one of the best shirts that they have on the site. You want to look me up? I make it easy. You can either go to Google, Ask Jeeves, whatever search bar you got, taking it back old school, and put in the Hitman for Hire, Mr. Grimm with one M, and or Mr. Grimm Wrestler, and like all of my stuff will pop up. But yeah, this weekend, Saturday, I want to put over me versus Rhett Titus. Like I'm really excited about that.
Ooh.
Then on, yeah. Then on
A Ring of
Sunday,
Honor Red Titus?
another Rhett Titus.
Part of the foundation Red Titus? No.
That Rhett Titus.
Ooh, Red Titus. Ooh, where's this at, Grim? Where is this
It's
on
in
TV or
Delaware.
something?
Nah, it's gonna be on Delaware. But funny story about that. I don't know if there's the right time to put that over, but you know what? I'm gonna do it because you gonna understand my pain about this with Rhett Titus. So
Mm, let's
Rhett
go.
Titus cock blocked me on a foursome. So yeah, he it was about to go down, and he messed that up for me. So yeah, we gonna have to talk. But
Wait.
on Sunday,
Go ahead.
but on
Uh,
Sunday I'm heading to Ohio, and I'm going against a guy named the Kenny Urban. So yeah, looking forward to that. And I'm just gonna say keep an eye out next month. Just be looking out. And that's me putting myself over.
Never mind. Maddie, you know how we always do. Let the people know how to get at you, since you know you join us and everything.
You can reach me on Instagram and Twitter at Top Rope Squishy. Same thing for YouTube, Top Rope Squishy. I got merch. Check it out. I have mugs, cups, shirts, and I do my live shows on Thursdays at 7:15 p.m. Eastern. So tune in.
Terry, put yourself over. Um,
Put
you
yourself over,
can
Terry.
find We Love Wrestling on Instagram at the like I said, the bottom YouTube. YouTube.com/We Love Wrestling. Thank y'all for getting us to 1.5K. We still going. Giveaway coming. And yeah, all that good stuff. You know.
Holla at us.
But hey, let's get up out of here, man. We thank G Rim. I'm gonna call him G Rim Grim.
G Rim.
One M people. Stop it.
Just one, not Grim.
Uno.
Just uno.
It's not Grim. Yeah.
It's been a long day for me.
Who y'all watching? It's Grim. I don't know.
Mr.
It's just
Grim is on.
It's just Grim. Let's put it there. Oh man. But this was a fun conversation. Made it happy for Maddie, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you.
Maddie just talking to everybody she want to talk to. You want to know who's coming up next? You can't tell you who's coming up next. But
Damn. I was about to say yeah, like a dumbass.
this, this whole run out right here is about to be exciting, extravagant. You see people on TV, they're going to come through and talk to us. But hey, Women on Wednesday, look out for that. Go back to last Wednesday when you're seeing this and watch with Claudia Solis.
Yes.
We still ain't gonna say that. But like I always say, let me get out of here before I tell y'all something I ain't supposed to tell you. If I love wrestling, you love wrestling, then we love wrestling. It's too sweet.
We love wrestling.
For it takes.